When I got home on Monday night, as drunk could be, I saw a horse outside the door where my horse ought to be. So I calls me wife and I says to her, "Hey wife," you're supposed to yell it, "will you kindly tell to me, who owns that horse outside the door where my horse ought to be?" "Ah, you drunk, you silly fool, so drunk you cannot see. That is just a sow that me mother sent to me. It's me, I travel the world all over, 100 miles or more. Put a saddle on a sow, sure I've never seen before." And I got home on Tuesday night, as drunk could be. I saw a coat behind the door where my coat ought to be. So I closed me wife and I says to her, "Hey wife, you kindly tell to me, who owns that coat behind the door where my coat ought to be?" And you need an Irish accent. "Ah, you drunk, you silly fool, so drunk you cannot see. That is just a blanket that me mother sent to me. I travel the world all over, 100 miles or more. Buttons on a blanket, sure I've never seen before." And I got home on Wednesday night, as drunk could be. I saw a pipe beside the chair where my pipe ought to be. So I called me wife and I says to her, "Hey wife, you kindly tell to me, who owns that pipe behind the door, or beside the chair where my pipe ought to be?" "Ah, you drunk, you silly fool, so drunk you cannot see. That is just a tin whistle that me mother sent to me. I travel the world all over, 100 miles or more. But tobacco in a tin whistle, sure I've never seen before." And I got home on Thursday night, as drunk could be. I saw two boots beside the bed where my boots ought to be. So I calls me wife and I says to her, "Hey wife, will you kindly tell to me, who owns the boots beneath the bed where my boots ought to be?" "Ah, you drunk, you silly fool, so drunk you cannot see. Those are just two geranium pots me mother sent to me. I travel the world all over, 100 miles or more. Got laces on geranium pots I've never seen before." As I got home on Friday night, drunk could be. I don't know why he's over there. Saw a head upon the bed where my head ought to be. So I called me wife and I says to her, "Hey wife, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that head upon the bed where my head ought to be?" "Ah, you drunk, you silly fool, so drunk you cannot see. That is just a baby that me mother sent to me. I travel the world all over, 100 miles or more. But whiskers on a baby, sure I've never seen before." As I got home on Saturday night, as drunk could be. I saw two hands upon her breast, where my hands ought to be. So I called me wife and I says to her, "Why don't you smile? You kindly tell to me." You forgot your part, scream it. "Hey wife, who owns his hands upon your breast where my hands ought to be?" "Ah, you drunk, you silly fool, so drunk you cannot see. That is just a nightgown that me mother sent to me. I travel the world all over, 100 miles or more. The fingers on a nightgown, sure I've never seen before." And I got home on Sunday night, as drunk can be. I saw a lad sneaking out the door, 3:15. So I called me wife and I says to her, "Hey wife, will you kindly tell to me, who was that lad sneaking out the door, 3:15? "Ah, you drunk, you silly fool, so drunk you cannot see. That was just a taxman that the Queen she sent to me. world all over 100 miles or more. But an Englishman that can last till 3 I've never seen before.